The sudden attack threw the cabin into chaos. Everyone desperately tried to escape, but it was too late. They could only watch helplessly as the monster dragged them into the depths. The sailors on deck tried to chop the entangled rats with axes, but were mercilessly swept away. Their attacks were like scraping sand to the monster. Suddenly, the monster unleashed its ultimate move. A massive rat hand slowly rose into the air, then slammed down fiercely, instantly splitting the entire ship in two. Accompanied by shrill screams, none of the sailors could escape the monster's yawning maw, becoming its delicious meal. Soon, it swiftly turned and rushed towards the other ship. Will, realizing the situation was dire, quickly ordered the crew to. They prepared for battle and ordered all the gunpowder to be loaded into nets, intending to fight fire with fire. But just as everyone was frantically preparing, the entire ship suddenly began to shake violently. The next second, countless giant tentacles swooped into the hold, instantly disarming the cannons. The crew screamed as the sea monster dragged them to the bottom of the sea one by one. The moment the monster struck, Will decisively climbed onto the net, attempting to attract the monster with his body, leading it to the gunpowder barrel and igniting it, hoping to destroy it in one fell swoop. However, the tentacles touched the gunpowder, sending it tumbling to the ground. Will's legs were entangled in the rough ropes. He desperately cut the ropes with his dagger, shouting anxiously. Xiaomei rushed to the scene. The gunpowder barrel fired. But before he could take a step, one of the monster's tentacles wrapped around him tightly, shrinking back at alarming speed. Fortunately, his teammates pulled out their kitchen knives in time to save him. Panicked, he immediately ran to the second floor, trying to pick up his gun from the ground, but was suddenly stomped on by a foot. Looking up, he saw the fleeing Captain Jack. He raised his gun and aimed it at the gunpowder barrel, pulling the trigger as Will fell. While temporarily repelling the sea monster, Jack knew it would return, so he abandoned ship and fled in a small boat. As everyone boarded the boat, Lisa pretended to say goodbye to Jack and secretly tied his hands to the boat, attempting to use this despicable method to delay him. Delaying the monster, thus buying his teammates more time to escape, Jack desperately tugged at the chains, finding it futile. However, the absence of a lamp on the ground caught his attention. He quickly drew his sword and successfully hooked it. He then poured the lamp oil onto the handcuffs and gently pulled them. But before he could rejoice, the monster appeared behind him, its massive, fang-filled mouth wide open. Jack immediately realized he had no escape. He quickly donned his boat cap, pulled out his accessories, and prepared to perish alongside it. Meanwhile, on a nearby boat, everyone watched in astonishment as the ship was dragged to the seabed by the monster. The crisis was finally averted. End of video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.